through it. We've had a lot of rain, but we've got a lot done on the roof. Basically the whole porch and a good section of the front part of the house there. There's Ashton waving. We've been ordering stuff for the inside now. Tubs, and we're looking at vanities and flooring and all kinds of stuff. So she's really excited. What are y'all doing?
Looking, enjoying the view. Listening to the froggies.
Ooh. You almost touched the ceiling.
Dad, have you seen a June bug before?
A June bug? I have. Have you seen a June bug?
Yes, I found one not time ago.
Really?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So as we're building our house, we've had several people ask us about a storm shelter. Like, where are you going to put a storm shelter? You're going to need one out there. You know, make sure you guys are safe, all of that kind of stuff. And the more and more I thought about it, and the more I looked, it just made sense to put it in our porch. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to, in this huge porch, which is wrapped around, if you haven't seen that in the other videos, it goes around this way, and then on the other side it goes back in the same. So we've got a lot of empty space, as you can see in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take 10 feet centered to the front door. Let me get that right. Centered to the front door. 10 feet out. It's 12 feet front to back. And so it'll be a 12 by 10 storm shelter room that we're building from scratch. So we will be pouring concrete in there for the footers. Be using the block right here, and we've got some more, so it'll take quite a bit. But we're going to build up a wall here, and then on that one straight up, and then we'll fill in the bottom with concrete. Then we'll fill in the rest of this porch. But that's really what's taken us so long to fill in this porch, is trying to go through the process and see what we need to do for the storm shelter. So once those two walls are built, then we're going to bring in rock and start filling in, you know, the porch area and all that. But we've also got to bring in concrete. Once we concrete the top here for what we'll actually use as a porch to walk on, we'll concrete the bottom down here too inside the storm shelter for a bottom, for a base, or for a floor. And then we'll have the walls on each side, like I said, and then we'll pour over the top with a hole to be able to come out. So we'll come out of the front door here. Of course, worst case scenario, I hope we never have to use it for a storm shelter, but you know, it'll be there. But we'll have a hole to be able to come down in with stairs. We'll enter into that room, and then it'll have some kind of a hatch door. We're building it from scratch, so we're trying to figure out the best way to do it. But I wanted to give you guys an idea too. I'd never seen anybody do this before. But we wanted a storm shelter, and we were either going to have to dig out there and somewhere on the property and, you know, build a storm shelter or buy one, or we could use a space that we're already going to be filling in anyway. We'll have concrete on top. It's got concrete, you know, block around it, concrete floor, and it'll be easy access too. It's not inside the house. You know, you see a lot of people put them, you know, on the inside of their garage or something like that. We wanted it outside of the house, but close enough to where we could get in it pretty quickly, you know, in case, you know, we have to. Number one, we've already got this open space. So we're like, you know, this is perfect for a storm shelter because we can just go right in. We can put a welcome mat or a rug or something over the hole, the access hole to get in, to where, you know, it's not even visible. People don't even know that it's there. And then, you know, normally, you know, we won't use it, but in the case of an emergency, you know, it'd be right there, right outside the front door. But number two, also, besides just having to, you know, already having this space open, we also are having to fill in this porch, which is not cheap. This is a big porch. It's 12 feet out all the way around. So it's 12 feet front to back here. It's 12 feet here. And then on the other side, it's the same. So it's a lot of area to fill in. It's going to take probably 8 to 12 loads of 57 rock to fill in. And then we'll have to concrete on top. So not only do we get a storm shelter, which we wanted anyway, but we also will save on rock because we don't have to fill in that 10 by 12 section, which is a pretty good amount of space too. And we'll concrete over top of it just like we would normally, so that won't change, but it's really saving on the rock. So we won't have to use as much rock to fill it in, and it's already, insulated with concrete all around it, and it will be on top too. So it should be pretty safe. We'll fill in, the block walls with concrete, not around the whole entire porch, but in front here. Let's see if I can get my hand there. In front here where it'll be, and then down those two walls that we're going to be building, for the storm shelter walls, we'll fill in. So it'll be nice and insulated with concrete. We've also got to figure out ventilation. As far as lights, we're not going to wire it, hardwire it in with anything, because if there's a tornado, then you're liable to have the power out anyway. So we'll do some kind of battery operated light, lantern type thing. I believe I've seen people where they put a whistle in case people, so they, you can alert people if they're looking for you that, hey, we're here. We're obviously going to tell people close to us, about this. Obviously we've got it on the video too, but we'll be telling our friends that are local and family that are local, in case, God forbid, something happens. We do have this here, so they know to come looking for us. We'll have our whistle so we can, have proof of life is what I've seen. Food, water, that kind of thing we've got to figure out. But let me know whatever, what you guys, if you guys have a storm shelter, or if you ever would make one, what you've seen or what you've thought of that, you should keep in them. That's of enormous value to me because I've never had a storm shelter, and definitely want to protect my family. So anyway, wanted you guys to see what we've got going on. I'll take you along as we fill in the footers with concrete. Then sometime this week we should, if it dries out enough out here, be able to get a bunch of dump trucks full of 57 rock to start filling in this this porch. Then of course we'll concrete, which we've at the same time we've got to concrete the porch. We've got to concrete the AC pad, the HVAC pad for the HVAC unit, and then we're going to do a patio out back of the back door, and that'll be concrete. We'll go across the whole back of the house, which is going to be awesome, and then probably about 12 feet out or so. And so that'll be a perfect place to be able to grill and hang out and have people over and entertain and that kind of thing, and be outside. So, on the back, we really want to be able to, be out here wherever we want. So on this side, we've got porch. On the front, of course, we have porch. That side, we have porch. And then on the back, we want to have a nice seating area too. We just want to enjoy everything that, is out here, and be able to share it with friends and family. So anyway, wanted to show you guys that, and there'll be more to come on that as we bring in rock and concrete and all that stuff. But anyway, wanted to share with you our idea. Tell me what you think about it. Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Would you have done something different? What are your thoughts for ventilation? We got to think through that too. How we're gonna, if it's gonna be out this block, we'll have like vents on the front or something. I don't know. We're just kind of doing it as we go. So it's an interesting project, but we're trying to just figure it out as we go and make it nice. So if you want to see the house build, continue to watch. And we'll be continuing this process of, building the storm shelter as we do the porch and all. So you guys will be able to see that or whatever. But I wanted to make this one kind of a separate video to explain what we're doing, and that, yes, guys, we're safe, taking care of my family. In the case of an emergency, we are going to have a storm shelter. And it's going to be right here in this beautiful porch. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching.